Which we can just like fucking go straight into it with the Halo topic, considering a lot of people are not enjoying the game currently.
Do we need to do
due
an intro?
the lack of content. I was going to go through like the first part of the thing and then do the intro, but
yeah,
like,
sure. No.
hey, welcome to the podcast. This is Freyyll and Friends. I'm
up?
Anthony,
What's up?
aka Freyyll.
My name's Austin.
Can't wait to turn that up in post.
Yep, and I'm Ian, also known as Sir Sinister on my Twitter, I believe.
Yeah, everything
Still
should
have to
be.
check.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I checked for you.
Good.
I
I'm Austin with Austin's ASMR.
need you to not. It's gonna be a fucking editing nightmare.
This is the slight sound of me tickling your nutsack.
I hate it. This is horrible.
Banned. But yeah.
Welcome to the second and final podcast episode.
The third.
Well, second one that made it to fucking
hey.
My bad.
Fourth wall.
Not
all right?
canon, not canon.
Calm down. We don't talk about episode 0 here.
Yeah. So what's first on our list?
Halo in general. So
Halo, they are in some deep water at the moment with their player base.
the lack of content.
Yeah, not legally. Lack of content. But also with their relationship with their players. Because they've been having a big issue with monetization. Because they monetizing all their cosmetics because it's not, they don't have to buy the game to play it.
Yeah.
So that's what, they're trying to make money.
Like every other game
Yes.
on any platform
But their
currently.
price point is the issue. We're looking at items that, the cat ears.
We're like $20.
Yeah, retailed at $20 a piece. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody and their mom bought the cat ears.
Bought the cat
I'm
ears,
upset
yeah.
I didn't get them, and I can't wait for them to roll back again because I will. But
As soon as I saw those go live, they're like cat ears, and somebody's like, but they're $20, and somebody's like, I'm gonna block you out of negativity.
but that's everything. Is around the $20
Yeah.
mark. Pretty steep prices, and that's why players are upset because they're doing it in packages. So you're not allowed to say I just want this one color, or they don't have like a store system. It's like you can buy the package or you don't buy it. That's it. And that's what they're wanting something like.
Just continue.
If they have to monetize it, they'd rather it be more affordable pricing and maybe more on an individual scale, that kind of thing.
On a scale?
Boo.
So do these cosmetics give you in-game benefits?
No, none at all.
And why are we
We're bitching because for in-game, there's nothing to achieve. There's, like, you have your battle pass, which gives you a few items, and that's...
not ranked play?
There is rank play, but there's nothing, like...
There's no
The old school
It's just-
Halo way of unlocking your armors as you go, that doesn't exist anymore. And a lot of the stuff is very scarce in the customization, which in Halo terms, especially the last couple of Halos, is a big deal.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I remember grinding out all that armor on Halo 3.
Yeah.
Like hours on end.
Getting
of
a
grinding.
fucking pentakill with an energy sword to get the elite helmet. That was like my fucking dream my entire Halo career.
Yeah.
So there's none of those like daily missions, no.
Nothing to get, like, there is, but it's one of those, like, you have to play all these, like, I think how much is it? It's like 10 weekly challenges
fucking
to unlock a major challenge to maybe get a visor color or a shitty emblem. Nothing of real, like, substance.
Yeah. Well, which kind of goes into, you got to compare it to the other battle royales currently. The only one that really has like severe unlocking stuff would be Warzone. Constantly working towards camos, new gun unlocks if you're starting from level 0.
Yeah, because, like,
the battle
you get to
pass
move
and-
on to guns in that game. Like, the guns, you at least get to
Yeah.
progress. But Halo, there is no kind of, like, player progression besides a battle pass that has maybe 5 or 6 items on it and 30 XP bumps.
Yeah, and it takes 70 years to get
Yeah.
level 100 on it.
So and that's kind of where the players are at with that. And there's only like 4 maps.
Yeah, I saw.
And they actually took one off recently.
Which one?
From their ranked play, the desert map. With the two towers and there's like the little bridge in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's totally designed for ranked play. So it's been taken off of ranked.
That makes sense. But also
Because
seems like a bit of an issue if you're not willing to replace it. Because now now it looks like you don't have any type of fallback.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the players, it's lack of content besides the $20 items that they can buy.
I mean, so it's really interesting because, of course, it is a new battle royale. You can only expect so much, but we have these established battle royales that we're constantly playing. Or Halo's not a battle royale. My apologies. But they have unlocks like a battle royale.
Is it a battle royale?
No. I know, that's what I was like. Did they just release that? Because I take back what I said, and can we go play?
No. What I'm trying to say is they have a system in place that is like a battle royale. Okay. And compared to the actual battle royales that are out currently, the monetization in these other games are significantly better. I mean, of course, they're going to be spending $20 on like multiple packs anyways, but like in Halo, you're going to look at cat ears being $20, where on Warzone, you're looking at a skin that completely like changes your character, has like special effects to your character, and then more than likely has a gun or two guns, emblems, call signs, like that are going into that pack for $20.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just the value of what people are buying is the problem.
Not a huge Halo player, so fill me in on this. How much added content has Halo done things like this before with their games previous?
No, this is the first time they've ever done it.
Then that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're comparing a game that has never done this before and is trying to feel it out versus the cash giant that is Call of Duty, who it's not a game anymore. It's just a run around and then go buy Pack Simulator. That's all that those games really are.
Because what they previously did with Halo 5, I know for sure, maybe Halo 4, they did the fucking loot box system. That was the original way that they were making their money, which in Halo 4, there was a billion fucking items. In Halo 5 as well, but a billion items to get. So like it was impossible to actually get the items you wanted.
Yeah.
But with those packs, at least when you played, you earned boxes, and you like there was a sense of you were earning something.
Yeah.
There was a sense of reward.
Well, it's kind of similar to like Call of Duty with Advanced Warfare and everything. They had the supply drops.
Yeah.
And they were incredibly unlucky drops.
Yeah.
Like it was like, you would farm out your credits, or you would do this. You would go buy that bag of Doritos Mountain Dew for a free code, or just go and steal the code off of the bags when they didn't have something in place for that. It was one of those things. But those were incredibly unlucky, if I remember correctly, from back in the day.
And that's what, me personally, I'm not terribly upset with Halo about what they've done so far, just because, again, like Austin
Microsoft,
said,
fix your games.
There is it's a learning experience.
Damn it, Rito. Wait.
Yeah.
And I bet they have a quota that they have to meet. So they're like, hey, if we're gonna make money, we need to keep it here.
Which makes sense, especially because this is, I believe, the most profitable Halo they've ever seen.
Yes, this they made the most money off of this Halo than by any of them.
And so anything that they make from
and
weirdos on the internet that want cat
10
ears,
this is the best one they've seen from the public.
Yeah.
Liking it as much, because Halo 4 was like yay, and then a few days later they're like, no, never mind, it's not as great as we thought.
No, but it
looked real cool and you lied to us.
It's that initial impression.
Yes,
that's a huge thing.
But see, that's why Halo Infinite's gonna have to work on keeping those fans.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the issue they're having right now.
I think over the next 6 months is what we're really going to have to see, because you're looking at. So of course there's Halo. Halo's great. It's always going to have a fan base. How long does it take for this to get stale before the next first-person shooter starts? We're already assuming that Modern Warfare 2 is coming earlier than normal this year. So, what happens when that comes earlier and Halo's not prepared for the loss of player base that they might have from it? So I imagine they're going to have to do some stuff now, but save a lot for later so they can have player retention.
So that's what. With the issue that they're having, their player base has dropped about 46%.
Ooh.
Yep. So on Steam, we were looking at a peak of 250,000,
which is still a lot.
Players.
Still a lot.
Dropped to 62,000.
Wow.
In a 24-hour span. That's as of the 29th of December.
Yeesh. That's rough. I mean, so
That's rough, buddy.
that's rough, buddy. So what do we think could be doing that? Like, I mean, so
I think it was lack of content.
okay,
Because I think they didn't have like enough maps, and like they have issues. Big team battle. Big team battle's been broken
Oh,
for
yeah,
the past
it's been
3 months.
horrible.
And that's the kind of the bread and butter of the Halo franchise.
it really is, yeah.
Is, flying around, fucking tanks, shit exploding everywhere. That's what people want.
And it's so fun being able to grapple hook to everything, but like when the game is broken, what's the point? So where do we think they're going? Like what games? I mean, what as Fortnite's player base shot up recently? I mean, Fortnite had a big update where they brought back Tilted Towers,
Which they
for a
should.
reason.
Yeah, I was like, when I played, I enjoyed the jumping into tilt towers.
I mean, you should have saw when people on first day were fucking like dropping there. It was like half the lobby would drop tilted. Like it makes sense for them to bring it back. And I know viewership number wise, like from live streams. Oh my god, they shot up.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane.
I honestly like. I played and I didn't enjoy it. Don't kill me, internet. But I find it crazy how they're keeping the game alive right now.
Dude, people can shit on Fortnite every which way to Sunday, but it has stayed around for fucking so long, like so goddamn long.
And when did it come out? When did Fortnite drop?
I can answer that question really simply. Who cares?
Hey, honey, wake up! New Fortnite just dropped. I mean, so God, when did it drop?
2017 in July.
So it's been going for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Worst 5 years of my life, knowing that Fortnite exists.
And yet it's stuck around this heavily. Like, that's really impressive, though. That mic arm is a bitch to get on there.
It's this table specifically
Okay.
he doesn't like. I have no issues with it other places. Hold it right there. There we go.
Good old technical difficulties.
Oh, we're good.
Don't worry, temporary setup. It's fine.
Temporary setup.
Temporary setup.
So the reason I wanted to get on Halo, and it just worked out, is that during the AFC Championship game, we will see the first trailer for Halo the series.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did see that.
How are y'all excited for that?
Oh, I am beyond excited. Yes, Austin.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's on Paramount. It's a Halo TV show.
Oh,
Live
what?
action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay.
This is the
I need a weapon. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Chief, may
Coming
I
out.
ask what you're doing making a TV show, sir?
No,
I am
sir.
super excited. And isn't it... Did they say it's prequel?
I don't know.
Did they give us a time? Like a time frame in canon?
I
When
don't.
it was?
Maybe.
'Cause it is following Chief, from what I understand.
Yes, it is following Chief. We saw a little bit in the first trailer, but I don't remember everything from it. I don't know if they gave us a timeline, which I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't,
Yeah.
because it would make sense. But also on Halo, Halo tweeted out today. Yeah, today. That they had over 20 million players from the launch of Halo Infinite.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's a lot. So, that goes back to this is the most successful Halo in God knows how long.
Good for them.
Well,
Like,
ever, in fact.
I've
But
been worried about the Halo franchise for some time. Because I'm a huge Halo nerd.
as you should be.
I grew up watching that. That was my first shooter.
My first shooter was like Doom. Back on the N64, I believe.
Halo. I think the first shooter was Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Halo's solid. Sorry, a little under the weather today. I don't know what it is. This fucking cold to hot to cold to bullshit.
So they're thinking it's going to be around the Halo 2 arc.
Oh,
Because it does show Halsey, but High Charity, which is a holy city of the Covenant that you blow up in the second.
Damn,
one.
they got Halsey
Spoilers.
on this motherfucker?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Spoiler alert: High Charity gets blown up.
Yeah.
Game that is now like
Yeah,
what?
in case.
20-something years old.
Yeah, I mean, I was in 3rd grade when it came out.
That's fucking hilarious.
But hey, some people, it takes time sometimes, all right?
2004.
Take less time. It was also the last Halo that was on PC. Halo 2 was on PC, and then they
And
went
the
to
last on the
console.
original Xbox.
Was it? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
It
yeah.
was.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm. I had that in its steel case.
Oh,
Got the collector's edition. I
Mhm.
was so I was in my little kid days. I spent all my kept all my birthday money to buy
Yeah.
that game. I told Dad, I gave him all my money. I was like, whenever it comes out, I want it.
this.
Give it to me.
I remember doing that, but with albums.
Papa,
Like
Papa,
I,
that's all I ever wanted. Papa.
I did that with Collide with the Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Had some money. I was like, this. I need it now.
Yeah,
Comes out in a week.
Ian in his little toddler form. It's just my head on a small body, really.
True.
B got
The
to go
beard.
worship Vic Fuentes for a little while.
The beard was still there, demanding my halo.
I mean, speaking of the original Xbox, not quite, but the Xbox 360. Somebody, so you know the exercise bikes, right? That
The Pelotons?
Pelotons, yeah, that you can do the basically interactive workout with and shit.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody hacked it to hook it to GTA. So while he was exercising, he was playing GTA.
Huh.
So he was able to go on a bike and actually ride around Los Santos in Grand Theft Auto while using his exercise bike.
Okay, that's pretty freaking cool.
It's kind of
Hey,
cool.
man. You got to get those. You got to get the calorie burns. You got to heart rate up. All that good stuff.
I think human ingenuity knows no fucking bounds.
No bounds.
No bounds. There's a game called COVID Simulator. What the fuck?
There's a game called COVID Simulator. We said the word. We're gonna get fucking blacklisted by YouTube
Personal
now.
pan pizza.
Personal Pan Pizza Simulator.
What?
Instead of saying pandemic.
Personal
Oh,
Pan Pizza. Or the
Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah, the Backstreet Boys reunion.
Everybody's getting tickets to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Even if you don't want the tickets, you're getting the tickets.
that's
You get the
amazing.
tickets.
I've never
and you have to
heard
stay
that
home
before.
for 5 to 7 days.
One of those is a red Alexis. She said Personal Pan Pizza.
Oh,
And then the Game Grumps saved the Backstreet Boys reunion.
I've never heard that. That's amazing. I'm a big fan.
The Game Grumps, wonderful people.
Game Grumps. I'm Grump, and I'm also Grump. And you got the Game
I'm also Grump with Game Grumps.
What?
Game Grumps. I'm on the show whenever y'all want, by the way.
So might as well stick around Microsoft, right? The last podcast was Microsoft. This podcast
they own
is
everything.
Microsoft.
So
They
it's
own
hard,
everything.
It's hard not to talk about them.
So going to Activision side of Microsoft.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Anyways, continue.
Small stroke.
Freyyll and friends, we have strokes.
I was trying to combine the names and I couldn't think of anything.
So last week, workers at Ravensoft, which is one of the groups of Activision that work on Call of Duty, announced that they were going to launch a union.
Okay.
Didn't go well. Shocker. Raven Software parent company Activision Blizzard declined to voluntarily recognize the union.
This is after a month-long strike, by the way.
Month-long strike. And this is 34 workers that were part of the union.
How big is Raven?
Pretty large.
Like 3 pounds.
I'm gonna jump across this table.
I hate you.
You wouldn't.
There's also word, though not confirmed, that after they announced that they would not recognize the union, they split up some of the workers.
Man, if you're gonna do something,
And that's the scary thing about that.
I am all for unionizing equality. Do what you want to do. Follow your heart. Just get prepared to be laid off, or
Yeah. Here. Oh no, actually, they did confirm it. Polygon, which there's your source there. Even though this is on Business Insider, quoting Polygon, quoting the Post.
retweet.
Reported that Raven Software Monday told the quality assurance workers, QA testers, that it would be restructuring the department, spreading them amongst various other departments rather than housing them all in one division.
Wouldn't want them to be able to talk to each other.
Yeah. That would really put a bind in things.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is a company of 350 people as of this year.
Multi-billion-dollar company, by the way. Literally just got bought for $70 million. No, $70 billion? A lot of money that I'll never see in my lifetime.
Something with the alien attached to it.
It's true.
And one thing, I've always been skeptical about unions.
Yeah.
Because, yes, now companies can't treat you badly. But whenever everybody becomes part of the union, then the union can treat you badly.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, it's going to be good for a time.
Yeah.
And then after a while, it itself will be corrupted. And then the union will have to be dissolved. And it's that back and forth that constantly happens.
And it might be good for some of the workers that initially join the union.
Exactly.
But some of the other ones that end up joining be like, oh,
when you're the bottom,
great.
When you're the bottom totem pole, like, you are the last of everything.
Oh, yeah.
If they have to make cuts, you're the first one to be cut.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't remember where they're located at as far as, like, Ravensoft is as a whole. But they may not even need reasons to.
Middleton, Wisconsin.
In the sky. Because they're birds.
We might need to reshape this podcast for a two-person.
Yeah, I think we may have to distribute the departments.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And now we've come.
We restructure the departments here. Jesus.
I just want better benefits, man.
Guess what? No.
No.
We are a company that can do whatever we want and have been for years. It's crazy how that works. Speaking of, I'm just going to keep segueing. Companies that can do whatever they want. Apple.
Oh?
Would y'all want them paying out a large lawsuit first? Or them maybe being accused of spy games?
I love that.
Like James Bond?
Eh.
Could I be a spy? That's my first question. Am I allowed to be one of those spies?
No.
Then no, they should not be doing it. It's bullshit. If I can't play, no one can.
I can't play. Mom said it's my turn to be a spy.
Mom says it's my turn on the secret base.
It's just a little bit of corporate espionage. Am I doing that wrong? I'm doing that wrong. God damn it.
Must be hard.
This is
Dude,
the most Scotch podcast. I love it.
I'm a little stupid. I'm actually a lot of stupid.
It's like the fucking dude, what's that fucking dude's name? They put the chemicals in the water
I was
to turn
right,
the
you
freaking
asshole.
frogs gay. Oh, you were right. Well, Alex Jones, he's like,
Saw
I'm
that.
gonna be
I was like,
honest.
you know?
Alex Jones did the thing. He's like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit retarded.
Yep. And I get that.
Fucking kills me.
Whenever he said that, I said, same, bro.
Yo, retweet. I know you're banned off of Twitter, but retweet.
I'll tweet for you.
No, I will be the noise that I tweet for you.
No.
All right. Let's see if that holds. It'll do, donkey.
They'll do, pig. They'll do. Apple's AirTag uncovers a secret German intelligence agency.
Do what?
Yeah.
So they're being spies.
Accidentally?
Accidentally.
Dude.
Fucking AirTag, little know-how. You can track anybody anywhere.
So,
which is terrifying. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. A researcher has sent one of Apple's AirTags to a mysterious federal authority in Germany to locate its true offices and to help prove that it's really part of an intelligence agency.
And is he dead now?
Great question, hon.
I was like, a few hours later, suddenly died in a car crash. Or suddenly took 18 bullets to the face.
He just randomly fell on some 9mm. I don't know what you want. So it's activist Lilith Whitman claims that she has uncovered how Germany's little-known federal telecommunications service is actually a camouflage authority for a secret intelligence agency. Initially, she wrote how she accidentally stumbled upon a federal authority that does not exist. How do you accidentally stumble upon that?
That's their way of saying, I did this on purpose, but you can't know that I did
Oh,
this
you
on
want
purpose.
AI?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
So she's gone through the whole kit and caboodle of trying to prove that she's correct. And one of those factors is sending the AirTag.
Mm-hmm.
This post says that, or this article says that some of the things she did cannot be replicated anymore. But like,
Well, yeah, because they've already checked packages now.
yeah. Well, she also has fucking transcripts of phone calls with the place, and cell numbers and shit like that. IP searches.
Good for her, man. I wish I would
Driving
have had the
to
balls
the
to do
office
that kind of shit.
buildings. Like, that's insane.
She's not dead yet.
This
Are
is
we
an
sure?
Apple employee. Or no, this is...
No, she's using
No.
Apple products.
She's
Okay.
an activist using Apple products.
Nice.
It's pretty ingenious. Like,
Some people are
I mean,
smart.
It's a good way to never see your family again.
She
But,
wrote the service after sending them the AirTag that they can keep it. She heard they're pretty expensive.
Yo, I want to meet this chick. Can we get her on the podcast?
Dude. Miss
All I can
Lilith.
offer you is a cup of coffee and
It's very cheesy jokes.
Very cheesy joke.
get some cheese if you want that too.
You like pepper jack?
Charcuterie boards.
It's charcuterie board. Fuck yeah, brother. Also on Apple Insider, Apple pays record $100,500 to student who found Mac webcam hack. So a lot of companies will do this fun thing where if you discover some exploit in their system, they'll pay you.
Yeah. It's like a safe cracker. So
Yeah.
Fine.
$100,000 is a fucking lot of money.
Yeah, but I imagine the lawsuits they would have gotten
On
for
camera.
having that. Like if it became well known,
Oh yeah.
way more.
I know there's some people that make that's their entire career, that they'll hack into companies like, hey,
This is what's wrong with your
this is
system.
what's
This is
wrong.
how I did it. You should fix that.
yeah, this is how I did it.
And
Here, money, please.
it was an exploit through Safari and iCloud, like through the webcam that websites could just like hack into,
Shit.
like just exploit through it. That's super interesting. Yeah, so all web-based accounts, so iCloud, PayPal.
Everything. Shit. Am I being watched right now?
I mean, yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
I'm looking at you.
We're looking at you. They're looking at you. The government's
And I
looking at
looked
you.
at him.
Like right there.
Right
He
here.
looked at me.
Another thing that I kind of want to talk about, the AirTag.
Yeah.
That is starting to bring up the question of privacy, because now people can track anyone with just a simple sticky thing.
Oh, are you aware of the thing that was going on in our local area? People sticking AirTags on people's vehicles to figure out their day-to-day travels.
I didn't know that was here. I
Yeah.
didn't know it was happening here. Holy shit. I've
Yeah.
heard about it
Couple
elsewhere,
students.
but
So it makes me wonder, like, do we need to start thinking into the technologies to stop that kind of stuff?
would an RFID blocker like do
I don't know.
something with that? Like what goes on with that?
I don't know. I don't know how AirTag is made.
Because I know there's a warning that Apple gives that if you're traveling a certain distance next to an Apple AirTag for so long, they give you a warning about
They
it.
will.
Yeah,
Like,
but
like, hey, you've been traveling with this. Apple
me
device,
as
it's
a
not
mere
registered.
peasant,
Yeah.
I don't have Apple.
Oh, that's fair.
So what
Yeah.
what is someone who's not an Apple person? What do they do?
Buy
That's
an
a good
Apple
point.
phone.
Well,
This is a ploy by Apple to make you spend money and buy iPhones.
That's what it sounds like to me. No, but so like, is there things that we can do to stop that? And that's my question.
Soft answer, no. Because as far as I know, the only way for you to detect it is through that Apple warning. And then with the Apple warning, you can connect to it and chime in, which is a recent thing. I think you have to contact Apple to be in order for them to activate it and chime in. Super weird. Like, kind of makes sense, but also kind of doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know.
There
How do you
is
check that?
actually, I don't know how good this is, but there is an app for Google
Okay.
to locate tracking devices. It'll pull up like IPs and stuff like that, and it'll say it can do that.
Damn,
But
Germany couldn't do that? Gets the Apple tag? That's crazy.
Again, old tech probably didn't care.
exactly, but there's not a lot of good. This thing's been up for 6 days,
Oh, okay, heard.
and we have 1 bad review, 5 good reviews. But so it looks like the conversation's already out there.
Yeah, which it should be, because that can be a very dangerous thing.
And that's what, like, we're getting, we're at the point where privacy isn't real. There's no such thing as privacy now.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm worried that we're to the point that, it can become public knowledge. Like, like big companies, they got us. There's nothing we can do about that.
We've known that since the fucking we found out 10 years ago that all our call logs were monitored by the what are they called? Fucking so many 3-letter names.
Yeah, the other
Bureau.
agency.
Yeah.
And your phone gets to listen to everything you say, even though the speakers are off.
Oh yeah.
To do ad revenue and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
But my concern is when it becomes like a private citizen can have access to all these items, and how easy it might become for that.
No, you're completely right. Which I mean brings up the question: Do y'all use VPNs or anything? Do y'all like? I even cover up my webcam when I'm not using it. That shit gets hidden.
My webcam is covered. Yeah.
No, but there's
Not
Nord,
this one.
Yeah.
a big
The one on
popular
my
one,
desktop is-
NordVPN. I know that's a big one.
And that's today's sponsor. I
No.
wish.
Dude,
I wish, dude.
Nord, hey,
we
man.
got Raid. The next one is Nord.
And that's something that, like, it's one of those things, like, I just can't afford all that kind of stuff, and I really need to start looking into that kind of stuff, because, like, that's something that does bother me.
Yeah, which I actually recently got an app called. It's just called Documents. I use it to read EPUB files, which are electronic book files. I've been reading Mushoku Tensei, like the light novels. Jobless Reincarnation. It's fucking terrific. Very good. But this one has a built-in VPN. Like, I can start it, and you get like free 50 megabyte VPN data per day.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, just every day. So if I want to be like, yeah, I'm going to go illegally download, like, because this does books, videos, music, the whole nine. Mm-hmm. If I want to be like, oh, cool, I'm going to go illegally download, say, the new Spider-Man, which don't do. Bad. Piracy is bad.
This is all hypothetical?
Spider-Man good though.
Spider-Man good.
Good
Spider-Man
movie.
good. Yeah, hypothetically, I were to put an eye patch and a peg leg and be like, hey, I want to download the new Metallica album. That's a old reference right there. Lars Ulrich will come at me in my sleep.
The world's greatest drummer, by the way.
World's greatest drummer for sure. But it's cool to have, like, I didn't even download this app because of that. I was purely looking for something to read the EPUBs I have in my Google Drive that I can't read directly from my iPhone without the app. So I downloaded it and just happened to notice that they had just a free temporary VPN that refreshes every day. That's the coolest fucking thing to me.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. Like having that as a additional feature that's not because they obviously advertise, hey, check out our Pro for $3 a month. Having a temporary VPN not on a pro or a subscription based thing is fucking awesome. I wish more apps did that, because that would I feel like change the game and change the meta around VPNs, because some VPNs are really fucking expensive.
Very expensive. And let's see what they're looking at.
That being said, I do support VPNs. I think VPNs are very, very
I
great.
think that is a natural progression of where we need to be. Because it is now just simple, like very easy for people to track down anybody's IP and all that kind of stuff.
If you want to know what I'm searching, just ask. I'll tell you.
Turn
I
this
know,
away.
but not
We're not
everybody
supposed to
is
make
so
it radio.
open as you are, Austin.
I mean, if you do look through my search history, though, you're welcome. There's some good stuff in there.
No, it's not. You're not like everybody else. I wake
Austin's
up to
FBI agent.
the porn sites you visited last night on the chalkboard in case we wanted to see them.
Did you watch them?
Well, no. I
You
didn't have
tricked
time.
me. There's no porn sites up there.
You ruined the bit.
You ruined the bit. But
That's because I wrote it on a piece of paper. I slid it under your door.
had this.
I put it on an Apple AirTag and mailed it to you.
I made one specifically for you two.
But
Very
So-
heavy on the ladies.
very hell yeah, brother.
See, but this is for the first year. See, that's what. So what is it? So we're looking for if you're five devices,
Okay.
you're looking at $80 a year after your first year. It's $40 your first year.
Honestly, that's not that bad.
I know that's
That's
actually,
it.
that's very
For 5 devices,
Yeah.
that's actually
you
really
can,
good.
you can
couple for, like,
upgrade.
A meal at McDonald's a month.
Yeah, $10 a month. Roughly. It's like what?
Less than that.
No, I'm looking at the 10 devices. Sorry,
Oh.
I had inner monologue things going on that I was answering questions on.
Like a fucking anime protagonist.
Sorry.
You gotta let Yagami over on the VPN search.
$100 a year for 10 devices.
It's really
Hey,
not
man.
not bad,
That's-
especially if you're working in an office
It's a
space.
lot of fucking devices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's for like if you do the one
Germany's
charge,
probably using that plan.
and
Like
you're
how-
looking
Like, how many
$10
devices
a
do you
month for 10 devices.
How many devices do you own, really, realistically, that you search the web on?
I mean, was it? I have 4.
6 in my house alone.
Personally, I only own 3.
Like
So,
personally, me not
Phone,
not.
computer, Xbox computer.
I would say I have 2, like just myself, but like in our house, 6.
2 computers and a phone. Like, that's really all I have. So like,
Yeah. Yeah, so
Now, you don't even need that one. You don't even need the
No, you
$100.
can just
So-
do the $5.
yeah,
or the
5 devices.
device
Then you can
one.
also get just a one device for $5 a month.
So you do that 3 times, $15 a month.
Yeah.
You get one. You get that 3 times, 3 devices.
But then that's
Yeah, it'd be cheaper just to get the 5 device.
it would be cheaper to get the 5.
What was the
It's
5 one again?
$8
Eight.
a month.
No, yeah, see,
Yeah.
easy peasy.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
I don't
So
know if
this
Jesus
turned
has anything
into
to do with the VPN.
buy
I don't talk about my
NordVPN.
cousins like that.
Oh,
Everybody,
Jesus,
please.
my bad.
Nord.
Nord,
Yes,
yeah,
hired.
Nord, shout out. Check the business email in the description below if you want to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, I wear the T-shirt. Give me a hat. I'll wear the hat. I'm serious about that one.
True. Speaking of which, I started work on merch designs,
Oh hell yeah.
and they're like slowly coming along.
Oh cool.
I was gonna work on them last night, but I finished the first bottle of soju, and Brad was like, "Why don't you do the second bottle and split some of it with us?" And then the third bottle got open, and then finally the fourth bottle got open. And
Congratulations. Sound like
it's not like soju, terrific, dangerous.
Soju 4 times.
Soju 4 times.
Soju. Tetsu.
Rah, 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 rah.
Yo, did you watch did you read about the interview that recently happened with DGD about the new album?
That's the longest album in DGD history.
Longest album because they've had the most work on it. This is probably the first album where at least a good majority of the band members wrote prior to, because fun fact about DGD, they usually do instrumentals first, and then they write around the instrumentals. The only person who doesn't write is Tillian because he's a procrastinating fuck. But this time he actually wrote a little bit before
Calling
going
you out,
into it.
Tillian.
Yeah, calling you out, Tillian. Follow me on Twitter, please. I follow you.
If you like Anthony Green, be a homie. Follow us.
God,
That
we love,
cry for help.
we
Shit.
love Anthony. Look, man.
Speaking of cry,
You wanna try-
no, Crisis 4 guy now.
So do you want to talk about
Yes.
it? Yeah, no, my
Yeah.
computer exploded
A
just in
thousand,
the news.
thousand computers wailed.
Yeah, in agony. I missed the days where it was like, well, can your computer run Crisis 3? Nope, didn't think so.
It's not a computer for me.
But here's the thing, though: your computer can't run Crysis 3, but you could probably put someone on the moon with the same specs. So
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Speaking of the moon, there's a fucking one of SpaceX's fucking rockets is in a collision course with the moon currently.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I saw it today. I scrolled through. I was like, huh. It just kept going. I was like, this is the least surprising thing at this point.
I want it to hit the moon. I want it to hit the moon. I don't want anyone to get hurt with like debris, or I don't know if it's a manned vessel.
I
or
think
not.
it's unmanned.
So if it's an unmanned vessel, crash into the moon. Let the debris come off of the moon. Let it form into a moon. Roses are red.
Huh.
Hank Green, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that'd
Yeah,
be
Hank
cool too.
Green. Hey Green, if you want to sponsor the podcast, we'll educate people on really cool shit too, and have a fantastic TikTok.
That's sad.
Huh? Is it not? No, is it no longer on collision course?
No, you remember the cube I was telling y'all about
Yeah.
on the moon? Turns out it was just a rock. The camera on the fucking rover, which its name is U2, or known as the Jade Rabbit.
Oh.
Just its camera just didn't render it well. So now they got closer. It's a rock.
Oh. We got a fucking 2 megapixel camera on the moon rover.
2.
Got-
Rock. Third day of the When We Were Young music festival. That is just the same thing, copy and pasted for the third time.
6 days later, there was a lot of good questions, and this is something that keeps boggling me. Is the festival putting all these bands up in hotels for the 6 days that they have to wait for the next show, or
6 days later, I thought, okay, sorry.
No, it's like
my mind got blown.
day
for a
one
second.
Friday,
It took
day
me a
one
sec-
Saturday,
6 days to the
6 days
next Friday?
next show, next Friday, and it's just the same bands again.
Which, if they're making a shit ton of money, then it should be fine.
At this
Yeah,
point, though, I
but-
feel like they're gonna be like, "Psych, just kidding." You know how we like to announce these things and like we're being quirky. They're not the same. They're all, I don't know what they're doing. It's like they're being like,
They better not, because they already sold tickets to the
"Surprise!"
second show.
Right? They're like, we're like, "Surprise, we're doing this instead," and they're expecting us to be like, "Haha, you're so funny." We're like, "Why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?"
It's so odd. Like there's so much confirmation that the show's real, and then something new comes out, and you're like, that can't be true.
It's like they can't do that, right?
They shouldn't do that, right?
Like I'm hoping they just, I want to know how much some of these bands are getting paid, because it might be worth it just to stay in, Vegas, one of the most expensive places to stay in for 6 days. Like
the whole ordeal is giving me the vibes whenever you cook food for a friend. You're like, eat this, and they're like, what's in it? And you're like, it's a surprise. And then they eat it, and you're like, it's got almonds in it. And you're like, I'm allergic to almonds. It's like, give me those kind of vibes. They're just like, here's a show. And we're like, okay. And we're like, thank you for the show. And they're like, by the way. And they're just giving us stupid shit.
By the way, we had anthrax in all your tickets. Good luck. Scatter. It's weird. I hope for the best, of course. I hope for the best.
Fucking.
But I'm expecting dog shit.
They go psych. None of the bands are actually there. They're just streaming them on giant TVs.
They're all playing from their home, and you're just standing in the crowd.
Like just sweating in the desert, half naked.
Everyone gets there, and it's like, you have all been a part of a social experiment. There is no show, and you will not be receiving refunds. As a matter of fact, you won't be leaving.
Hi, welcome to Netflix. Welcome to Las Vegas Firing Squad. Ooh. Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another big concert that didn't go well at. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Netflix's live-action Squid Games. You've all been selected.
And then Mr. Beast pops out of nowhere, and it's just like, I funded this entire thing.
Damn it, Jimmy.
One of these guys is one of my friends. If you kill him, you get $1 billion.
And then everyone just starts to murder each other. And then he's like, psych, my friend was never here.
Last one to take their hand off the nuclear button wins.
Everybody has a death switch. Last one to take it off wins.
You didn't realize it, but we strapped you all with 20 pounds of C4.
What does he do to get money?
He spends money.
He spends money, but ads. He said in a podcast that he takes every single ad he's offered. Like, I've seen him on, like, shitty fucking mobile games. Like, it's like, oh, this strategy game where you gotta pull out the thing and, try not to get lava dropped on. I've seen him on one of those.
The ones that those aren't actually freaking real.
Yeah. But that's because he takes every ad spot he can get.
We call that being smart. Or money hungry.
I'm good with either. The dude's making a killing out there. He does so much good. Like Team Seas, the every dollar donated to clear out a pound of trash from the ocean, they hit like $30 million from that.
Well, that's awesome.
Like, it was insane. Then they did Team Trees the year before that. Like, it's sick.
What about Team D's?
I'm sorry, Team D's?
Team D's nuts got him!
I hate it here.
Pain. Suffering, in fact.
The world shall know pain.
I don't have children, but sometimes I feel like I feel dislike.
Have children?
Calling you a child.
Speaking of...
You'd be lucky to have me as a kid.
Speaking of taking ad money, you remember the old iPhone app, iBeer?
Yeah.
Where it's like fake beer? And yeah. At the prime of that, the creators were making $20,000 a day.
Wow.
Because of ads and stuff.
iBeer. It just looked like it was
beer.
a
And you tilt it and it like empties. Like you're drinking
tilt
a beer.
it back and it would fill itself back up.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one that had a revolver and you just tap the screen and it goes really, really stupid. And there was a lighter.
I remember the lighter.
We also made. I forgot the app cost $3 too. But yeah, the Zippo one.
Yeah. And to think that paved the way for the world we live in now. Like that dumb bullshit like that is what started the app craze. That caused.
So how we got Flappy Bird and Fruit Ninja.
Speaking of Flappy Bird, I played it recently again. Holds up.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That dude would have made so much money if he fucking kept going with it. I understand there was a sign of pressure in his life, and he just couldn't feasibly keep going with it because of the mental stress. But homie was making bank from it.
I'm sure he's sitting pretty. It's fine.
Probably, I imagine so.
I'm gonna say if that was your ticket out, like your ticket to,
Stardom, yeah.
I don't care the stress, because there's a certain point you're like, ding, I hit that money amount. All right, I'm good. Like, it doesn't matter now.
I would do some horrible shit for money.
And boy, do I have propositions for you.
I say making an app would be the least of my worries.
Right? That's some tame shit.
It's some tame shit.
If you walk to a specific location that I'll identify to you later, there's a drop point. Inside of the drop point, there's a letter. Talk to me when you get there.
Is there an Apple AirTag in the letter?
I mean, I'm not going to disclose that now.
Walk to Germany.
No, it's the Germans getting you to kill Miss Lilith.
True, actually.
Actually,
I'm like Miss Lilith. I hope nothing happens to you. I
it's
really
you
do.
getting killed. I've told
Fight that
them
good
that
fight.
you know something.
I
I've
know
been in
too
cahoots
much.
with the German government this entire time.
You look German to me. You look like a German.
So dumb. So Russia's getting ready to invade Ukraine again.
What time? How many times is this?
Oh, fucking! I want a whiteboard from now on the podcast. It's like things Russia has done bad, and just fucking.
But this time, they said they were going to do it. U.S. was like, no, fuck you, as we usually do. Then Britain also, no, fuck you. France, no, fuck you. Japan also, no fuck you.
Yeah.
We're looking at all of NATO, really.
They're like, hey, if you move on this, then it's gonna be big trouble.
And then I was reading that that Russia already has units across lines.
They do, yeah.
Specialized units already there.
I mean, they have. I think I read that they were like moving over, like 20,000 troops or something to the Ukrainian border.
70% of their military is already there. 70%.
They're getting ready for it, but I mean, this isn't the first time, of course. But
yeah,
it's just, of course, U.S. sent out the letter to go against Russia's demands of it. It's just. So it's looking between now and the middle of February is when they're going to be moving in. Like, come on, Russia. Chill out.
I mean, if you want, but I don't know if I have enough to cover the entire country.
Y'all hear the guy who voiced Charlie Brown died today?
I did not.
the voice of Charlie Brown.
Yeah,
Sad.
died by suicide.
So I have a question.
Even
Yes.
sadder.
It
I
is
was
very sad.
in your bathroom just now, right? Someone has a bottle of hair care, body care, shower product that just looks like a jar or a bottle of maple syrup. What is that?
Is it maple syrup?
Does it look kind of like a whiskey bottle?
It looks like a bottle of maple syrup.
Is it like wide? It's a wide bottle, or is it round?
And contains maple syrup.
No, it actually contains a whiskey tobacco body
Maple syrup?
wash.
Oh,
It's a body wash. It smells amazing.
okay. It looks like
It's maple syrup, yes.
maple syrup, like you saw on some website. You're like, hey man, maple syrup makes you grow a couple inches, and you were like, all right.
Look, man,
You gotta do everything you can get.
it's tough
alright?
out there in those
Yeah.
streets. All right.
Okay, I was just
Nowadays,
curious.
a few videos, one butthole, you can do a lot.
He's got a point. He's got a point. You can't argue with that science.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't, someone wasn't enjoying a thick, sugary treat.
I wish you were.
in the shower.
I didn't like
Also, I
that.
wish you would rephrase that.
Yeah,
you
I did- I
fucking
did.
psychopath.
I didn't like that.
Viscous, sugary
Nope.
beverage.
Nope. Still not okay.
Anyway, Russia, man, ain't
Okay,
that
come
weird.
on. Calm down.
So, do y'all think it's gonna happen? That's a good question.
I mean, I thought it was gonna happen last time and it didn't.
You know, and that's where I'm at. Like, this would be number 3 in my lifetime that I'm at least am aware of them saying, "Oh, World War III. Oh, we're gonna do it." So are they
Ready
gonna
for the
do it?
apocalypse.
Oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, we have 8,500 troops going in on our end, and then a shit ton of our equipment. We're basically just giving the Ukraine everything.
Oh, that's worked out well in the past.
Oh yeah, we've done that 8 times, more than 8 times. I'm just saying.
Can't wait for this to bite us back in the ass in 10 years.
Can't wait.
That's it.
10 years, man. It's a long time.
I'll be in the fucking grave 2 years into that 10 years.
No, you're going to live forever.
That is your curse.
That is your curse.
But on the bright side, if I live forever, then I get to see the all-new game Blizzard's creating. Blizzard announced that they
Overwatch 2?
All new.
We don't talk about Overwatch 2 anymore.
All new Overwatch 2.
We talk about it every podcast.
Well, it's the second one, so I mean,
Shut. They don't know that.
the first one doesn't exist.
Did we even talk about the first
Yeah,
podcast?
we did.
Fuck.
We did.
So Blizzard's making a RPG survival game. Completely new property, new universe, everything. They don't have any information on it, but they have a career posting for it.
When was that talked about? The date
The 25th.
of this year?
Yeah, of this month.
It was actually
So
something-
yesterday.
I don't want to hear about it again until January 25th of 2030.
That's fair.
I finally want a fleshed out, good game for once.
I do too.
We'll keep on
Keep
waiting
on hoping.
because that ain't
Yeah.
coming.
I mean, we can hope. We can definitely hope. We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping for good things, but I'm terrified that it's gonna be just dog shit. Because they're also working on Diablo 4, which we haven't really heard much about since. So,
Plot twist: it is Diablo 4. They've been talking about this whole time. Seg, who got you excited for nothing?
fuck yeah, brother.
Of course, I had an article I wanted to share with y'all, and it's gone now.
We love that. Big fan of that one.
It's pretty interesting game that was coming out that I was kind of excited for. It's kind of like your Ark survival
Okay.
survival kind of game, but you're going through the Fae.
Oh.
So you're all these people in like the Victorian era
Yeah.
going through these portals into the Fae world, and like you're going through all these different portals to the different versions of the Fae.
And then you get to the very end, and then there's the Fae King, Hosier himself. And he's just singing, taking
It just looked very interesting, and it was going to be an MMO,
Yeah. Okay.
but they actually said they decided to change the format, and they're going to make it just I think 6-player max.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like only your friends really can play.
like Valheim.
Yeah, like Valheim. Yeah, they're going to make it like that. They want it to be more intimate survival experience.
That's not a bad idea.
So I'm really thinking that's going to be a game to look out for.
I agree. I think there's a lot of games to look out for in the next couple of years, because we also got I don't know if y'all play it, but we have the next Star Wars Jedi game coming out from Respawn.
Yeah.
So Fallen Order being the first one. They're still working on the second one, but they announced, and
The RPG has been announced
yeah,
as well.
they also now have announced as of yesterday or today, one of the two. They're working on a RTS game.
Finally.
I love RTS games.
Star
I lied.
Wars.
No, I didn't lie. The RTS game has been in works.
But
They-
Star Wars needed a strategy game.
Yeah.
As of right now,
it's
my
literally
side,
designed that way.
I just
Yeah.
go back and forth between the only two sci-fi RTS games I know: StarCraft and Halo Wars.
Command and Conquer series, very
Or-
good series.
It's a
That's like Command and
strategy
Conquer.
game of some kind, but people are thinking it's an
And
RTS.
the fucking RTS.
It's a Star Wars
It's in
card
there.
game.
It's in there.
Or an XCOM, like turn-based,
Which,
would be very cool in that platform.
it's funny you mention it, the studio that is heading that, in regards with Respawn and EA, is a team founded by former developers for XCOM Studio.
Or is it Larian?
No,
No, Larian didn't do XCOM.
I don't know, but the new studio is called Firaxis.
Firaxis, yeah.
Such a cool name.
It really is. So, we also have a new Star Wars first-person shooter
Yes.
that's in development, which was announced yesterday. as
And
well.
EA actually, I read our article just the other day. EA did say that we are done with the Battlefront.
Okay.
They are abandoning the Battlefront franchise.
I think that kind of makes sense.
I mean, the first one did good.
Yeah.
The second one, I think, was a complete flop
Yeah.
in the grand scheme.
I mean,
So I
the
can see them.
release on that was horrible.
Yeah, and then like it was the quality that they were promising wasn't there.
No. God, no.
And
It was
then-
just plagued by pay to win. Like, that's all it was. It's
Yeah,
not
it got-
healthy. It wasn't a healthy environment.
So I could see why they would do that.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see. But,
I think the way for them to pull the Star Wars franchise back out of the hole they have dug themselves in, is to really go on those side stories like Fallen Order, and that kind of stuff. I think that is where they're gonna see, we're gonna see a rise in the Star Wars again, because I think the movies they botched it again. Yeah. In the eyes of the fan base, anyway.
I mean, they were. I didn't mind them, but they weren't great.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of them, but one of those things like it's a movie and that's it. Yep. If you go in there without any expectations, it's great. Yeah. But if you're trying to put them all together in that grand thing, you're kind of like, what?
No, it doesn't completely. There's a lot of holes in it for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I think those small stories is what Star Wars could be known for. Should be known for.
I agree.
Because I don't think we should be. The games that are created shouldn't be just you playing the movies you've seen already again. Yes. It should be these small stories of the offshoots, things going on behind the curtains. Yeah. That you should be playing.
And we're seeing that with, as far as on TV, why Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Star Wars Visions was fucking fantastic. Like we're seeing, even though Star Wars Vision isn't canon by any means, we're still just seeing offshoots of stories. Mm-hmm. They don't have to be canon for it to matter. Yeah. They're so good.
I think that's where their niche should be focused.
Yeah. No, I agree. Oh, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just hoping they don't botch it.
Yep, and that RPG, I know everybody's been waiting on that RPG.
Oh yeah, the remake, the Coder remake.
No, there's an open world RPG.
Jedi one, like the Jedi Fallen Order successor.
No, because
they're working on Knights of the Old Republic, which.
Yeah, no, but they said that they have one. It's a legit RPG, open world Star Wars game.
Good.
And that's all we've gotten on that. I'm gonna double check, make sure it's even still going because
I mean, they had that bounty hunter one they announced several years back that I was excited for. They ended up getting scrapped, which I'm still very sad by.
I keep getting that role playing game. I'm not seeing what I saw.
Who knows? I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of the Star Wars franchise, especially in video game form.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, I think there's a lot to like from it. Obviously, there's a lot of room for them to fuck it up because it's EA. They do a really good job at it. So, we'll see. I have faith in Respawn, though. Like, Respawn is such a solid studio.
Okay, so yeah. So right now, EA has 3. Mm-hmm. So, one being the Star Wars Fallen Order. Yep. The other one, their FPS, and then their strategy game. Yeah. Okay. So that's all they have at the moment. So I'm guessing they abandoned.
KOTOR. Like the Knights of the Old Republic remake.
I know Lucas Games owned that originally, so I don't know if they still.
Oh, they might be the studio heading it. Okay.
Yeah, they might still own it.
Which is very possible. I'm very excited for that.
Because like Lucasfilms. Yeah. It's weird because they only own certain parts of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Because he sold off like half the fucking company.
Yeah, which he should have made so much fucking money off of that.
Oh God, yeah, and still has rights to a lot of it. Mm-hmm. Still gets his name on all of those properties. Yeah, like regardless if he has active foot in it. Mm-hmm. It's very smart, very very smart.
But some of the issues he does have is what we saw in those newest movies. He got vetoed on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They said, nah, never mind. We said you can hang out. We didn't say you can make decisions.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My sound quality is slowly going to hell from the video.
You're getting progressively louder.
Sorry. Habits.
On the bright side, we're hitting our hour mark currently.
Okay.
So I think it's about time to wrap it up.
All right.
If that's cool with you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting kind of hungry anyways.
That works.
Do you have any last minute things we want to talk about real quick?
So we were talking about XCOM. So I pulled up XCOM because I'm probably gonna buy it and play it. My favorite comment on XCOM is someone says, "My dreams have now become turn-based." That is all.
That's so good.
And on a side note, in the strategy world, I think turn-based is the honeypot for this. Like that's the.
I think that's probably fair.
Where it's going at the moment.
It's easily digestible. Real-time strategy is a little complicated for people who don't have the mind for it. Mm-hmm. Turn-based is a little more digestible.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And you get a little more intimate combat scenarios. You're allowed to do a little bit more with those.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to mention is Capcom announced record financial results again. Resident Evil Village has shipped 5.7 million units.
Goddamn.
It's fucking insane.
Side note on that. I loved that game. It was really good. I really just wanted the fucking Lady Dimitrescu, her arc. I think they could have done an entire game.
Oh, absolutely.
With just her, and I would have been floored by that. I think the villains individually were really fucking cool, and they just rushed them. You know what I mean? Like it felt like there could have been so much more with it.
Yeah, I mean, Hot Bug Chick came and went basically.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's, I think there was some wiggle room for them to do more.
Because that could have been 3 games.
Oh god, easily.
You know, you could have done Lady Dimitrescu, fucking Hammer Dude, and then the lady with the doll. Because the doll was so
haunts my nightmares.
It was so fucking creepy, but it was such a small experience.
Yeah. They could easily just made those into DLCs and sold it like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I really think that they could have structured it to be this massive game, or something that they would have kept working on. To
basically like a universe of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you make the game, have the first portion. 5 months later, release the second portion, and just work it like that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And I think it would have done phenomenally.
I agree. No, I completely agree with that. I'm glad they didn't do it like that, honestly, because even so, I do feel like the game has a lot to offer regardless. So I think they either way they went, they could have done well with it.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't go the money hungry route.
Yeah.
I think because damn well those DLCs would have been like 70% of the price of the original.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like $20-$30 per.
If that. So
I'm just a whore for story, and I would like those characters. I just want to know much more.
A lot more.
You know.
I am sure they probably have guides and everything out about their backstory and stuff.
Yeah, lore and all that fun stuff.
That might be fun to look through.
Yeah.
Or listen to somebody with a deep sultry voice talk about on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
I'm Morgan Freeman.
It's about Lady Dimitrescu. But yeah, with that being said, this was the podcast. We were Freyyll and Friends. Follow us.
Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see y'all next time.
Follow us on Twitter. Bye.